Hey, welcome to Uncle Gamer's Arcade. We're going to do an arcade tour today of my arcade basement. And we'll check out some of these arcade machines, talk about them a little bit. Yeah, got these arcade machines. We've got these pinballs. This is a digital pinball here. Got Scared Stiff, Loaded Up, Elvira. Fun times. There is this Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man pinball from 1980. We've got 8-ball. The original 8-ball from Bally. That's, I believe, a 77 pinball. And then a little arcade 1-up Mortal Kombat. It was modded. But yeah, let's start with, I don't know, let's start over here. We'll start with, yeah, this digital pinball. So this was a lot of fun making. It was actually a shell of a pinball that was getting thrown away. It was called Alien Poker. And I gutted it out, and I added the screens to it, and the computer and everything. It's had about 3 different computers since I started this. I've had this for probably 20 years now, or longer. The only thing I haven't completed yet is I don't have a bezel to cover up. I don't have any screens for the speakers, or any bezel over the monitor there. So that's all just kind of out there. So at some point, maybe I'll get that finished, but as of now, it is not. But yeah, just built a computer and threw it inside. There it is. I don't know, you can't really see it probably. But yeah, there's a computer in there. Running this thing. Alrighty. Let's see. So let's go ahead and talk about how many pinballs are on here. So there's a button in the very bottom. I'm going to hit it, and it is going to take us back to the main menu. And then from there, let me see if I can hold the camera with a different hand. We are going to be able to hit the right flipper to move it forward to different pinballs. And let me come down here, and you can see the different pinballs come up. Here, here, we got a South Park pinball there. So it does say it has, let's see, it's talking about this one. It has 172 tables at the moment. I don't know. I haven't put any more on here in a long time, but it would be cool to do that at some point. Add some more. What else we got? Space Jam. Space Shuttle's an oldie. Space Station's an oldie. There's a Spider-Man. That's the movie Stern pinball. Yeah, there's all kind of fun stuff on here. This is the they came out with the Amazing Spider-Man. It's more of the comic books inspired one. This one I didn't have a back glass picture, so I just kind of made my own. But it's, yeah, this is the Spring Break pinball. Hey, everybody just kind of had Spring Break, or it's on Spring Break right now. It's a good pinball to end up on. Yeah, Star Trek. Let me actually take it back to the beginning. We'll just kind of go through them. I don't think I'm going to go through them all, but maybe that'll be another video. But yeah, AC/DC. I don't know if I'll be able to. Okay, Alien Poker. This is what I wanted to see. This is the pinball that this pinball originally was. So let's see. I believe it was in 1982 or something. 1980 even. Alien Poker, 1980. Williams. So this is what this pinball originally was. Let me hit the launch button, and it's going to load up the pinball. What we were seeing right there before was the front end. It kind of just shows all of them. Now it's going to load up pin name and everything and get everything loaded in. So yeah, everything is ready to play. So now I'm going to hit the credit button. I think that's, there it is. Alien Poker. The ball came out. The longer I hold, the harder it gets. I only got one hand, so I can only play with one hand. Ah, this is not easy. At some point I'll get a tripod going and maybe play some of these. Sorry, I got the volume set pretty high. This is going to be a quick game. Alright. Here comes the ball. It's up there bouncing around. Oh no! Oh, right on this flipper that I don't have. Oh wow. It also has the flipper buttons, but it also has nudge buttons. You can hit here, and it'll nudge the table, get a nice tilt going. Oh. Oh, I tilted. Sorry about my tilt. Then you have to launch it to get it back down. I believe this is a 5-ball game, so I don't know. What are we in? Ball number 3, something like that. Skip through this play. Oh, geez. It always ends up on the left side. I should probably switch hands or something. Alright, I believe this is our final ball. Let's get through this. There it goes. The old alien poker.
Beautiful ideal.
Alien poker. Alright. We'll pick one more. Let's do maybe a newer one. There's a few pinballs I might not be able to play on here unless I turn off the volume, like Ghostbusters, AC/DC, things like that. Probably not going to be able to play on here with the licensed music on YouTube, but we could play some of these other ones. Let's see what else there is. That's an oldie. Back to the Future. Let's move a little further. Cactus Canyon's kind of fun. I don't know. Let's see. Earth Shaker. Tomcat. Genie's an oldie. Harley Davidson. Independence Day. Jokers. Let's see. Judge Dredd. Junkyard. Jurassic Park. King Kong. Kiss. Kroll. Last Action Hero. There's got to be something we can play here. It's newer. I don't know. Mata Hari's an older one. Oh, yep. Let's do it with this. I have an alternate back class, but Medieval Madness. I love it. Yeah, let's do the original back class. Alright, let's do it. We'll do a Medieval Madness game. Then we'll move along. It's loading. There we go. Now the game is actually loading. Almost there. There we go. Yep. Alright. Let's get... I think there's a credit on here, but let's add another one. Next. Nice. Alright, let's start her up. Oh, I think it's this. Oh. There we go. Let's launch it. Okay, here we go. It's up there, it's coming down, up. Got a hit. It is hard to shoot and play. Oh. Drawbridge is down. Oh, I missed. Oh, there goes the ball. Oh, man. Not a great score. What happened to our music? That's weird. It's just got... That's weird. I've seen it do this a few times, but usually it doesn't do this. It'll keep the music going and everything. Right now it's just doing table sounds. Maybe after this ball drains. Every once in a while you'll see something funky. Yeah. There we go. That was weird. My ball didn't want to have any sound. Strange.
It's not tragic, you have ruined magic.
Oh, there it goes. I think that was it. Medieval Madness, a classic. One of those pinballs I wish I could afford to have the real thing. Oh well. See if we match. No. Oh well. Alright, let's move along. I've got my Spider-Man pinball, so this is a real pinball from 1980. Let's turn off Medieval Madness, shall we? Quiet it up. Quiet. Okay. Well, we can play a game of this. Old school sounds and stuff. Let's see, where's the button? There's the... We've got enough credits, so let's get it going. Alright. It's very dark. It's kind of hard to see where the ball is. I need to probably pop on the lights, maybe. Well, let's see what it looks like with the lights on. Might be a little better for this in the next one. There it is up there. Number 3. The ball just moves so fast. Really need to get some kind of a camera set up so like when I play these on camera, it's like an overview shot of the table and then maybe a shot of me in the back glass for the score. Down the line, hopefully. We'll get through this one. I think this is a 5-ball table actually. Well, after this one we can move along. It is a fun pinball though. It's older, it doesn't have any ramps or anything, but it is fun. It's fun to knock out all the lights. You gotta knock out A and B, and then, oh, it is a 3-ball. But yeah, it is fun to try to knock out the A and B, and then get the 1, 2, 3, and then get the extra ball, and you can really rack up some score. During COVID, I had the game of my life. I almost flipped it over. So we got 976, right? 900, where is it? 979,100 and something. I missed it. 160. So I had that score during COVID. I've never come close to that since, but that's my high. All right. The 8-ball, the old 8-ball. Williams kind of ripped off the Fonz with this one. I think they even got sued by Happy Days and stuff. All right, let's push the old button on this one. There we go. This one has the old ding dings. There it is up there. This one you have to get all 8 the pool balls, and then you get the bonus that goes higher. And then if you do get all 8, you get to add to your bonus on the next ball. So it's actually kind of fun. It is a harder pinball, I will say, to achieve that, to get all 8 balls and then get to the next one. See, I've already drained again. I believe this pinball is set up to 5 balls, if I remember right. The other one was 3. We'll find out. Doing pretty good. We've got three of the balls already. You can see it lights them up down here. It knocks them out up where you get them and lights them up down below. Ooh, I love when it hits the glass when it gets going fast. That was a bad shot. Oh no! Really need to play this with 2 hands. Hard to play with 1 hand. But I do love this pinball. It is an oldie. Oldie and a goodie. Oldie but a goodie. Oh. This might end me. Oh, it's over. The horrible final score of... Oh, no, that's right. 5 balls. Alright, let's get through it. Let's see if I can get that 3 lit, unlit. Oh, I missed it. Tried. Okay. Ah, great shot there. Alright, get it. Gone. I got one of the balls, but just trying to get it through the spinner. Did I get the 3? No, of course not. This could be it. Oh, there we go. Around the ramp. Coming. Oh, that'll do it. Now the horrible score of that. Not good. But hey, one-handed. But yeah, I do love the old pinballs. Man, during COVID, I was playing these like crazy down here. And I've got my Optimus and Megatrons, or the Red Series figures. They don't transform, but they look pretty cool just sitting up there. Love to have a Transformers pinball someday. That'd be cool. Yeah, I like these old signs and stuff. Had to put them up. And the old Iron Man. I got this Avengers down here. Alright, what else? Let me turn the lights off again because it looks better. Well, before I turn the lights off, there's my Mega Man on the back wall. It's fun. Let's see if you can still see it with the lights off. Not really. But there he is. Let's flip over to this one. So this is an arcade cabinet. It's been through many different changes. It started off as a main cabinet, then it had a PlayStation 3 inside, and that's why these games were listed here, because those are the 2 main PlayStation 3 games I was playing at the time on here. Was Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe, and then Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But now, it went backwards as far as consoles inside, but it's actually an emulator on an original Xbox. So I don't know if you can see it down here. It's probably dark, but that's an original Xbox right there. Playing this. Let's see. Right now it is just running coin ops on Xbox, but there's, I think this is Marvel vs. Capcom, right? Yeah, definitely. But yeah, the monitor originally I had in here was really small, and then I went and one of my other monitors needed new caps, so I put them in and threw my old computer monitor in here, and it fits pretty well. It's nice and recessed in there, so you don't get a lot of glare on the screen. Works pretty well. I like it. Now if I can remember how to exit this game to show more games. I think it's, so I have a little C for a credit button, or I think you just hit this L and R. Nope, that ain't it. Actually I think it's a two-handed thing. I think you have to hit player 2 and credit at the same time, so bear with me while I do this. Jesus, that didn't work either. I don't remember. I don't play this one all that often. Let's see if I hit all of these at the same time, if it does something. Well, it definitely did something. Did it reboot? Yeah, it rebooted the system. Whoops! That was the reboot setting. Oh well. We'll let it boot back up. Show you that it really is an Xbox. Well, the main logo shows it's an Xbox. When you get in, it's a modified version of the Xbox. Still loading. There we go. So this is the modified start screen. You can play an Xbox disc, Xbox games, emulators, apps. I don't even remember what apps. I think it's just to copy games. I usually go to emulators. I've got arcade games, Atari, Coin Ops, that's the one I had it on, Game Boy, Television, regular Nintendo NES, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, and that'll be it. So, play any of those on here. I mostly just play Coin Ops. I don't know. It's neat to have Nintendo and stuff on here, but I like to play with a controller rather than an arcade joystick. So let's go back to Coin Ops 3. Hit the old A button here. Load it up. Arcade Xbox. Alright. It is loading. Oh, you can see me. Alright, so that's what we were on, was Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. So that wasn't even Marvel vs. Capcom. That was Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Then there was Marvel vs. Capcom. So I think that came out before Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel Superheroes before those. But yeah, we got quite a few games on here. A lot of fun ones. A lot of Metal Slug. Michael Jackson. Bubbles. Millipede, a lot of classic ones. Mr. Doom, Miss Pac-Man. All kinds of stuff. So if I hit right, I can go by letter. Change it and go by the letter rather than just go through them all. But yeah, there's some really good games on here. A lot of Neo Geos. I mean, this is an actual original Neo Geo cabinet. So I had to put some Neo Geo games on here, right? For sure. So Samurai Showdown, for sure. Good ones to have. And of course those, what was I talking about? Metal Slug, yep. But yeah, I'd enjoy this cabinet. I always wanted to do light guns on here, so this was actually, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a little hole right here, and that's actually where the display was that showed how many credits you had. There's one on each. I left that open because I thought someday maybe I'd run a wire and have some light guns on the sides, like with some holsters, and be able to play light gun games on here. That has never happened. I know the technology is getting there that now you don't need to have a CRT screen to do it. So maybe someday that's still an option, but that's why those holes are there. Because there was going to be light guns at some point. But yeah, this is a fun one. Fun little cabinet. Moving along, what do we got? So, well, we've got our screen up here. I play a lot of NES, SNES on here, Xbox, PlayStation, all kinds of stuff on the screen. So usually you just kind of sit right back here by the pinballs on the couch and relax and play some big screen. And then if you want to play some smaller cabinets, I've got 3 arcade 1-ups. So this one is the Marvel Superheroes cabinet. It comes with 3 games. I did not modify this at all. It is just all original everything that came in the box. But yeah, it was Marvel Superheroes, let's see, X-Men, Children of the Atom, and The Punisher. If you can see that, I know it's dark, but... So that had 3 on it. This one has 2. It's the Ninja Turtles, the classic Ninja Turtles cabinet. I love a nice 4-player cabinet. Was thinking about modifying this one, but darn it, I just like it the way it is. Maybe someday, but I do enjoy the way it is. So it has the original Turtles and Turtles in Time. Love Turtles in Time. Well, love the original Turtles too, but yeah. It's a fun cabinet to play through. And then this one was my first arcade one-up I got, Space Invaders. I did modify this one. So I have a whole new control panel was added on. And then there's a computer inside. So if I hit this button here, this black button is going to go back to the MAME. It is just a MAME computer. And then I could select the game from here. So if we wanted to play, I don't know, let's find another good game with the screen aspect. The thing is, it's the original monitor that came with this arcade one-up, and you can see I did buy a converter board so I could hook it to a PC, but it's getting bad. It was never a good monitor to start with, so someday I'd like to upgrade the monitor. I don't know, let's look for like, I don't know, Pac-Man or something. Where's Miss Pac-Man? I saw it right there. So then you go to it and you just hit this one player button. There it comes. Get ready to play. You got yourself some classic Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man, all those great vertical screen games. So yeah, let's see, let's put a credit on and just play one. So this red button here is the credit, like putting a quarter in. There's your credit, there's your start. Yeah. So yeah, it's a fun little cabinet. I don't remember exactly how many games it has, but definitely probably over 100. Maybe it shows. Let's hit that button and go back and see. Okay, it says it has 96 games. Okay, so 96, it's a good amount. Most of them are the vertical. Not all of them, but most of them. So when I have a game that's not vertical, let's see if I can find one here. Like Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon. It's just kind of squished. You'll see it kind of squishes the screen. Not a great game to have on here. I don't know. I threw anything that I kind of could. That was kind of fun, but there are games that are better on other consoles than this because of the vertical screen not being horizontal, and it's like a 4-player game, and it's only got one joystick. So I don't know. It got put on here. Let me put a credit on here. You can see, oh, it's still doing its notice. This game is only in the USA. 1995. Man, I love 1995. What a good year. I was 15. All right, let's do this. See how they're kind of squished? But, I mean, you could play it. It's just kind of, everything's kind of squished. Alright. But yeah, all kinds of games. So we saw those, we saw that, we saw that. This was my first cabinet I was working on. Oh, we've got Roku up here so you can watch whatever you want on that TV above it. My light went out and I got to replace my marquee light. But this originally was my first MAME cabinet, and it just had a computer in it. Played MAME games on it. Then that PlayStation 3, when the Xbox went in that other cabinet, the PlayStation 3 went in this cabinet. It's still in there, but then I added an Xbox One. So that's what this is running on, is an Xbox One. That's why we have buttons up here. That's your Xbox button, your back button, your stick buttons, and then all your other Xbox buttons are here. So that's what's running this Xbox. So if I want to end this game, I would just hit the Xbox button, and then you would see it's the Xbox menu, and I can just close Street Fighter 30th Anniversary. Just go down to quit. And then you can see it's just an Xbox. But I do have it wired to arcade controls. So you can play, I like to play Mortal Kombat on here, Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat 11, Injustices. I like to play all my fighting games on here. Killer Instincts, Dragon Ball Z, Fighters, Tekken games, Tekken 7, 6, Street Fighters, Ultimate Street Fighter, Ultimate Capcom versus Marvel 3 and 2, or that's the Infinity one, I think. Yeah, some Soul Calibur, love it. What is that? Oh yeah, Dead or Alive, all that good stuff. Then I have classic arcade games too, so you can go through and play any of these. So that's how this one's set up. The PlayStation 3 I have only has a few games that can be played on there, so I don't put it on PlayStation 3 much. I just leave it on Xbox. But there is a button I can push inside that will switch it to the input on the HDMI to go to PlayStation 3, and then I'll have a USB switcher, so I can switch to the USB on the front of the PlayStation 3 and get off of the Xbox, so I can switch around the controls as well. It's kind of a pain because sometimes it doesn't recognize, so you have to do it again. So I kind of just leave it on. The last probably 5 years, it's just been sitting on Xbox One. But yeah, so yeah, you can play whatever. You can get back to let's do Galaga. Love Galaga. It's one of my favorites. Loading it up. Yeah, there's what the cabinet looks like. It's just a Street Fighter 2 cabinet that was gutted and changed around. And then I just put a flat screen in here. You can kind of hear it. So let's see if I can get the volume up a little bit. It should be better. Oops, sorry, got my hand all sideways. There we go. All right, are we ready to go here or what? Let's do this. All right, it's still kind of quiet, but that's all right. Play one-handed. Thankfully, I just need right and left on the A button. One of my favorite classic games. Oh man, I could play Galaga all day. Yep, love it. So there's that one. Let's pause for a second. Alright, so this is another cabinet. So it was a 4-player X-Men cabinet. Actually, originally it was originally an X-Men 4-player cabinet, but it was a Blitz 98, I believe, and it had the artwork over the top of this. When I pulled it off, I was like, oh, this was originally an X-Men cabinet, because the sides were painted black and everything. So used to have the whole, cabinet and everything. I cut the cabinet off, the screen part, and just hung a screen on the wall. So I do have all kind of computer stuff, because it is just a computer in there running MAME. So it's kind of ugly right now, but when I want to end a game, I hit escape on here. Is the only way to exit a game at the moment. I do have it set up to where I can play my N64. I have one of those EverDrives. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it has all the N64 games on it. I play Wii on here. I haven't modified my Wii yet, but someday maybe. But yeah, so this is a fun little console. So let's hit that escape button, show you all the different games. So it is just running MAME. You can go through and pick all these different ones. Got the Turtles. So this is a 4-player cabinet. The problem is originally this was in this space all by itself. But got more stuff, and this one had to go next to it. So now when you have 4 people, you can't play that one. There's no way to get 4 people on here. You can get 3, as long as nobody's playing this game, or the second player on that one. You can get 3, but the 4th player is just, there's no way somebody can get in there and play that unless you really just squish your arm. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. So it's really a 3-player cabinet at the moment. But the reason this one has the screen on the wall is my wife has the treadmill here. Well, I use it too, but the treadmill, the caveat was I needed to have a screen that she could watch while she did the treadmill. So had to cut off the top of the cabinet and hang that one on the wall, and it worked pretty well. So you can switch the inputs and watch TV on it too. So that worked out quite well. But yeah, got Alien vs. Predator is a good one. Battletoads, I love Battletoads. Calyx Dinosaurs, Captain America and the Avengers, oh yeah. Crime Fighters, some Dungeons and Dragons, Gauntlet, G.I. Joe, Golden Axe, Impact Football, Hit the Ice, Off-Road, Knights of the Round, Mercs, NBA Hang Time, Rampage World Tour, that was the one that was on. Sunset Riders, what a great game. There's an older Super Sprint, and then the Turtles games, Real Ghostbusters, Simpsons, and X-Men. So you can hit the start here. Load it up. We'll load up the Simpsons. Why not? loading up. Sometimes it does this weird. Windows will put this graphic up there, but it goes away. I'm sure there's a way to turn it off. I just haven't done it yet. So yeah, so if you want to play a game, just hit one player. Looks like I'm Marge, and that's fine. I always love this. Man, I played this game so much in the arcades. Love it. Oop, yeah, so get this hooked to this panel here. Since it has the 3 buttons, it's perfect for these because they always had 3 buttons. You had your attack, your jump. Well, some of them didn't have 3 buttons. Like this one, I guess, just had 2 buttons, but like the X-Men had the extra power button. But yeah, this one was just a 2. Hey, get off. But you could hit the 2 buttons together to do the special move. Oh, I love it though. That's a fun cabinet. All kinds of fun stuff. It does have, let's escape this. You can play more than just the 4-player game. So if I take this controller, I think it's this one here, and I push it to the right, you'll see it change to all games. Classic games, so you can play Galaga on here, all this stuff. So there's 64 classic games. My favorites, there's 156 there. And then 4-player games has 26. So there's all kind of games on here. I usually leave it on the 4-player because it's the one that you can actually use multiple places to play. So I usually leave it on the 4-player on this one. So yeah. The final cabinet that I have, oh, there's my X-Men. Yeah, very cool. The final cabinet I have is this. It's a modified, let me get a better grip on the camera. It is a modified 1-up arcade cabinet, so it is the Mortal Kombat. It had 1, 2, and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on here. I put a Raspberry Pi in here. It was my first time messing with Raspberry Pi, and I actually liked it. It's pretty cool. So let me remember how to escape this game. Oh, I think you just hit these 2 red buttons together. Nope. Maybe it's these 2? Yeah, so it's 1 player and credits. So yeah, there's quite a few games on here. I don't know if it says right offhand. Let's see if we can go back. So you have all these different categories. You got our classic arcade, Atari 2600, Atari 7800, Lynx, Game Gear, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Sega Master System, Mega Drive, NES, PlayStation, and the PlayStation actually runs very well on here. I was surprised. You got an option setting. Super Nintendo, Vectrex is one that I actually had no clue what it is. I've never played Vectrex. I don't know what it is, but I usually do classic arcades on here. It's kind of what I play the most on here. But I don't really have anything else that does Game Gear emulation at the moment, so if I want to do that, I could do that here. Sometimes getting Game Boy Advance is kind of fun to play on here. Game Boy Color, Master System, Mega Drive. It's pretty cool. I believe Mega Drive, is it Mega Drive? Is basically just a Sega Genesis, I believe, right? I just don't remember. But yeah, I usually just do classic arcades. And yeah, there's quite a few games on here. There's that X-Men game right there that we saw. Yeah. But yeah, there's quite a bit of games. I don't know if I had a count. But yeah, you can see how long it's taking me to get through this list. There's a lot of games. So yeah, it's a fun little cabinet. I usually play Mortal Kombat on here because it has the right button layout. You got your run button and your block in the middle, and then your high punch, low kicks, everything. So I really like to play Mortal Kombat on here since it has the correct layout for the controls. But sometimes it's fun to play other stuff, like Battletoads. I love Battletoads. Did I say I love Battletoads? I love Battletoads. So let it load up. I think there's a way to get rid of this, but I don't know how. It like does this weird loading on every game, and I haven't figured out how to get rid of that. Someday, maybe I'll figure it out. But yeah, it works pretty well. If it's gonna load. There we go. Then I believe this is the credit button. Ding. This is 2 credits. Stomping time. Oh, who do I want to be? I like Rat. No, Zitz. I enjoy Zitz. Well, who doesn't like Pimple, though? He's huge. I like Zitz. That's my guy. Yeah. Sorry, I have all the volumes really low on these, because sometimes when they're in, like, I have everything on down here, just hearing all of everything together at once just drives me nuts, so the attract modes drive me crazy. And I can turn most of them off, but some of them, they're really hard to, in the settings, to change them, so I usually just turn the volume down, and if I want to turn them up, I do have to pull the cabinet out a little bit because the volume control's on the back. Oh, I love this game. Alright. Battletoads. Love it. Yeah, I think that's everything. I think we saw the basement. But yeah, I've got a lot of, my wife made these little block stuff, these decorations. Let me turn on the lights. Maybe we can look at those real quick. There it is. Okay. So yeah, there's some Super Mario stuff. There's Raccoon Mario. There's Koopa. Yeah, like I said, there's Mega Man that we looked at before. Very fun. It's Pow Bang. Because I used to have actually a cabinet, the Neo Geo sat here. And the Pow Bang looked pretty cool above it, but I just left it. I don't know. Yeah, the X-Men. Now you can kind of see with the lights on. I got a Star Wars original poster here. Well, I think it's the original. Yeah, I think it's the original poster that came out. Couldn't remember if it was special edition or not. Bought this. I went to a Denver Comic Con or whatever they call it now, Denver Expo or whatever. But yeah, I just thought that was so cool. Skeletor playing with action figures of himself and He-Man. Fun stuff. Yeah, we have another TV up top here. What else have I looked at? Oh yeah, I think we looked at Iron Man and the Tasty Refreshments. I got a Dragon Ball Super poster over here. And then it used to be an Injustice poster, but I switched it to Super. And then here's the Justice League wall hanger. And this will lead us back to, well, I've got this Galaga light switch here. I like it. And then my wife made some more of these Pac-Man wood things, but we don't have a Pac-Man yet. So we have the 4 ghosts, but we don't have a Pac-Man yet. So we'll get Pac-Man and maybe hang it up across this or something. We'll see. And there's a Spider-Man clock. But yeah. Oh, what happened to this console? Or this cabinet? That's weird. It just kind of is off. Oh, there we go. I guess it was in like a screensaver mode since we didn't have a game selected. Good to know. We'll load up Shadow Showdown. Samurai Showdown, I should say. Yeah, with the light on you can kind of see the cabinets a little more. Why not show it off? Alright. I think we've seen everything. Alright. Let me just say thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you on more videos here on Uncle Gamer's Game Alliance. Yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.